Hey, so today we're doing a nice easy hike. I just thought, sometimes you think, well, you know what? I haven't been, this is Sholom, Sholom, S-H-O-L-O-M Park. And park hours are 8 a.m. to 7 p.m., that's kind of early to close at this time of the year in Florida. I will show you this though. There's a very nice addition from the last time that I was here. And they've put in this this bike path right here that goes along the side. Now, how far that goes, I have no idea. You can tell it's totally new. So you could bring your bike here and ride. And it goes on in this direction. I mean, you're just kind of riding by the road, but that's a nice touch. So, if you came here for a hike, you could bring your bike and enjoy things. Let's get on into the park. It's a nice place for an easy day, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. I think we might make 2 videos because you have literally 2 separate hikes in here. And let's get started. So before we get started here at Sholom Park, I kind of wanted to just talk about hiking essentials. I don't have first-hand knowledge, but this is the flea and tick shampoo that I bought after I got the bug infestation going up in the Ocala National Forest. I still get the occasional wood tick on me, but most of the time I just get them off without the shampoo. But I bought that because I am going to start using that when I get home. I got 2 more hikes that I'm going to do where I could be bringing some chiggers and fleas and wood ticks into the house. You got to have your sunscreen. There's my bear spray. Of course we won't be needing any of that. I got to have a hat. Preferably one that covers up the back of your neck because you don't want that sun cooking the back of your neck while you're out hiking. Of course, water. I always bring the Walkman, and then I keep some. Well, everybody pretty much has hand sanitizer in their cars. And then, of course, this is my new selfie stick. And this is for making motorcycle videos if I do want to just do a talk with the speakers so that I can have the phone away from me. And then, in here I've got my, this is the motorcycle. I got the, I still carry a mask. I don't ever use it hardly. But and then in there I've got my phone charger if I want to use it. And I'm not going to be hiking with it today. But there's the trusty walking stick that goes with me everywhere on the motorcycle. If somebody steals it, it's kind of broke anyway, so I'm not really worried about it. But so I just kind of wanted to show you that before we get started here today. Anyway, somebody told me, and I'm going to start doing this on all my videos, can you walk your dog there? Okay, I'm looking up here. At least as far as this portion of the park, it says no pets. So I'll start letting you know on the videos. Maybe animals might be allowed in this portion of the park, but I got to find out, and I'll put that on the video. Like I said, we're at Sholom Park. It closes at 7 o'clock, so you wouldn't want to get. It's a bit of a haul. That was another thing a person asked, is would I start including how far this is from the villages? Because a lot of people in the villages, well, I've only got 16 followers, but I mean, some of the people that live around here, this is about, I'd say 40 minutes, 45 minutes from the villages, depending on where you are. I mean, if you're way down south in the villages, you're going to take an hour and a half to get here. It's okay. I mean, it's kind of a weird because you're way out in the country and you're like, why is there a park here? But it's cool. Let's get going. So I noticed 3 things I forgot to mention on the gear beginning of this. This is new skin, and I thought everybody knew about that because I used to use it a lot for golf because I'd wear blisters, sometimes on my hands, and it's great for just and that's what it is. It's literally new skin. It's like a liquid bandage, and so that's good to have. And that'll actually back those wood ticks right out of your leg. I had one back out. Now, does it work 100%? I don't know. I've only had it work one time. And this is a sucker. My wife bought that thing. I call it a sucker. I don't know what you'd call it. But I had a spider bite on the side, and it got well, you know, I got pussy, and that's great for just sucking that pus right out of you, right out of your skin. I know I'm trying to gross you out here, but you know, it's also for bee stings or whatever, any sort of bug bite. You know, it's good to just suck that venom out of, or whatever they left behind, and because that blood, you know, when you get it up through that where they stung you, it'll cleanse that area. You know, that's why you bleed when you're cut. You know, that blood is to cleanse the area. So anyway, I just forgot those three things. And of course, the sunglasses. But of course, you'll see those in the selfie. You know, this time of the year, sunglasses are getting pretty mandatory. A lot of times I don't wear them, but when you're at a park like this, what the heck? So, since we are at the beginning of the video, thought I'd get a quick selfie. The reason why I think, well, it's not that there's a lot of hiking in here. It's just this is so well landscaped, this little maze area, that, you know, literally I just thought I'd just take one long video and kind of show it to you, because the scenery actually changes as you move along very rapidly. So, you know, making clips and showing you everything would just kind of get crazy, because I'd be doing clip after clip after clip, and they'd be just, well, timestamp wise, very short apart. So I'm going to flip around once we get into the, well, we're kind of in here now, and we'll just start taking video and enjoy it. You know, you're not going to be here by yourself. This is not a, you know, place where you come to hike alone, and we'll just get a video here. All right. So like I said, I'm just going to kind of go along here and make video. I did meet Van, one of the workers here, and he was giving me the story behind the park, and I did not know this is actually privately owned. Which is amazing, you know. I mean, can you imagine the cost? But the guy, I guess his father developed Top of the World, which is a retirement community here in Central Florida, and he just keeps this, and that's why it closes at 7 o'clock, because, you know, it's his, and he wants to come out here when everybody's gone and enjoy his park. So we're, you know, it's just, and I asked him, you know, I said, well, how do you know, even with all of that, where do you get your money from? And these benches here, people come in and they dedicate them, you know, and they've got to pay money for that. And then, of course, he said they get a lot of events in here, even weddings. So yeah, I'm just going to kind of show you around. That's what I was saying. And it's a maze, this portion of the park, and it just kind of winds around. And it's really cool, because if you like a maze like I do, you know, we'll just go this way, because it's, you can see the little chapel here, and I mean, look at the landscaping in here. It really is phenomenal. Here we're coming into some ferns, and that's what I was saying, why it's going to be two videos today, because it is two completely separate parks. Now this is just going to wind around and go down this way. You know, I'm not trying to get exercise today. I'm just trying to make a video, so I don't need to wander around that. But we want to continue. So this is what it's called. It's called the Labyrinth Path. Welcome to Sholom Park Labyrinth Path. Move along at your own relaxed pace, allowing others to move at their pace. This is a physical and spiritual place to invite your contemplative, meditative, imaginary, intuitive, playful, artistic, poetic, creative, soulful being into oneness and fullness with nature. And you can read the rest. Here's a woman that she just passed me. See how she's just kind of wandering around. So yeah, let's enjoy the maze. Labyrinths have only one way in and one way out. And the spiral with the circle is centering experience of listening. So yeah, it's cool. How I discovered this was I had jury duty in Ocala, and here, beauty of dying and living. Soak in the beauty of the living and notice where the living are making life from the dying. Where am I in this process? Okay. So I asked them, I said, where's a good place to hike? And of course I was looking for, you know, a couple mile journey, because man, I tell you, I hate jury duty. It's terrible. This is where they told me to come here. Trees reach to the heavens in search of light, where it is to be found. What is the tree's search that reminds you of your quest for those dearest to you to see all of you, searching for the light? You know, it's, I guess I'm just gonna maybe cut it off here in just a bit, because you can kind of see it's changing a little bit as we move along. I don't think this is the flowery season. Well, I know it's not. Boy, I tell you, if you came in here probably maybe a month or two ago and everything was flowering, you'd see a whole different look. Let's see what this says. Labyrinth, wounded heart tree. What may have caused such a wound? All of us are also wounded, even the greatest among us. Notice how this tree still stands strong. How did this tree learn to deal with its hard times? There's the tree. You know, I love these signs. I think it's cool. You know, let's keep going. And we got 2 more signs coming up. These are profound words, you know. I mean, I always love thinking about things. Well, there's all kinds of benches in here to sit on. You can always come here and just have a picnic and spend the whole day. You know, I'll show you the other portion of the park. The healed tree. Can you position yourself in such a way as to not notice the wound? Is that how we as people choose to show the world our wounds? In doing so, we are not also withholding the lessons of life from them. It is overcoming adversities from which our strength and resolve derive roots deeper into the ground. And then let's get this one, greener grass. View the greener grass over the fence. Let my heart be still. Turn my heart inward and be present in the now. I'll adhere to his wishes. You know, I've shown you on many videos open fields and well, we've been into restoration areas, and you know, look at the bushes here. Got more. These are foxtail. I think they're called foxtail ferns. I got one at my house, and I see theirs aren't doing too good either. mine are looking pretty scraggly. My neighbor's, I mean, his look fantastic, and he said, "Oh, they're easy to grow. I guess I kill everything." I don't know. See how the look is changing? Look at this right here. Isn't that beautiful? So I've got the bamboo right here in that. Yeah, that's why I said I just got to keep the video going, because every step of the path things change. And I didn't, you know, last time I was here, I don't remember, I probably didn't stop to smell the roses and read these signs. The promised land. As you take in the natural beauty of the vista, where do you see your calling? Can you feel a tug upon your heart? And so we'll just keep going. So the labyrinth's not that big, but it is a really neat idea. Man, I tell you what, they got the sprinklers in here though. I imagine that, you know, they would need them. Let's just keep reading. The eagle wings tree. We shall soar as eagle's wings. Sometimes begins upon a dead tree where the perspective is best. Small birds also find their homes there. What does this tell us about our past? Well, that is a big pine tree. I don't know if that's what he's referring to right here. I mean, it's not dead, but I tell you, we do have the mammoth pine trees here in Florida. So they used to have that in Michigan, but they logged them all. There's a few places that are preserved up there. The tree of confusion. It is difficult to track the tips of its branches back to its trunk. It is difficult for you to sometimes track where you find yourself in life, back to the point of origin. The labyrinth is a natural space which allows us to move from our outer to that which is within. Man, I tell you, I know I didn't read these the last time I was here. I would have been talking about them. I mean, these are really, really neat, profound statements, you know. Makes you think. Let's see what this one says. The Peace Rose Garden. How would you describe the branches and the blossoms? What do they contrast? What does the contrast say to your heart? And like I said, they're not flowering right now, but it is pretty. These have got some flowers on them, and over here. And this is, I bet this people have been married right here, I would imagine, into this. Kind of looks like a chapel almost. Let's see. The essence of rose. You are invited to sit and breathe in the fragrances that surround you. Breathe in the perspective of the garden as you slowly perceive the beauty around you and expand it into the horizon. Notice your feelings. So, you see what I mean? There's just no way to stop the video. It's just going to have to be long if you want to enjoy the little creek with the bridge there. And they got a pond here. I was going to see if there were any. I don't see any fish or frogs. But let's just keep going. Look at these. Yeah, that's very pretty. Last time I was here, there was these huge spider webs. Not along the path, but I mean off to the side. And I haven't seen any today. That would have been cool if we could have gotten those, because they were the big banana spiders. And well, let's back up and get the bridge here. You've already seen the flowers over here. Coming up on another couple of signs. Well, I hope this doesn't get too long. I guess if it gets too long, we'll just cut it into two and get it up onto YouTube that way. They're not going to censor this video. The Wayward Journey. Have you taken a, I'm not even going to pronounce that word, circuitous route to arrive where you are? Where did you learn the most about life? In the curves, in the straightaways, or both? Nice rock right here. And we'll just come on over here. We got two more. Boy, I love these signs. Really fun. Listening to the waters. Cascading, its cup overfloweth. If it were to stop, life below would cease. What does this bring up in your heart? The wayward pine. I got a story on that one. Can you align the wayward pine in such a way as he is the obedient one or the rebel? When in your life have you aligned yourself for the sake of comforting? When have you shown others your differences deliberately? Is there a difference in the root system of the wayward pine from other pines in the row? And we got another sign coming up. And I'll tell you my wayward, I've told you before, I think, in another video. The bridges of Sholom Park. As you travel over these bridges, who has served as your bridge in various situations? Or what transitions in your life might they possibly represent? Or what does the rippling of the waters say to you as you move along? What questions do you have? Or do you just want to move along quietly and enjoy peacefulness of this place, lost in time? I am at rest as I move along the waters. Look at the stump rock there. This is all very nice landscaping. Look at these bushes here. Then you come up to this, the high road. We can take the high road physically, mentally, emotionally, psychologically, spiritually, ethically, and so on. What does that mean, to take the high road? It probably means something different for everyone. Anyway, the wayward pine story was, I was in a thunderstorm. I got a woman coming, don't want to get her on the video. And there's a spider. Okay. I was at Al Royal, and there was a wayward pine. And I pulled, I got underneath it to get shelter and pulled out my poncho, and I mean, it lasted about 45 minutes. There's another spider web. Okay, so I am getting the spiders here today, but those aren't the big ones. And boy, look at this purple color. Anyway, when the storm was over, I took the poncho off. I was completely dry. I couldn't believe it. And I don't even know how the pine gets its water. I guess it must have a root system that goes way out from underneath it, because it blocked all the water on top of me. It was just like having a roof over your head, which I thought was just incredible. And anyway, let's keep looking at the scenery here. So here we're coming up on another sign. I'm so glad they got these profound statements in here. I think this is just outstanding. The path of the valley. This journey can be to re-experience something from our past, something we are experiencing now, or just move along the path with no agenda and let the beauty of this place envelop you. It does. I mean, I can't imagine, you know, how much it would have cost to put all of these plants in here. I mean, they have been cultivating them for years, because it was years ago when I came in here. You know, there's see how it winds along? That's the chapel that we went through. We're coming up on another sign here. That's a interesting bush, another spiderweb. The beauty of flowers, joy to my soul. So we're getting close to the end. Oh, there's a big spider. Check him out. Let's get the phone up close. That's little in comparison to some of them. Notice what you notice. What have you noticed moving from the outer to the inner? So you know, and I've talked about, we're not going to get a workout here. You know, it's just to get you at peace and enjoy the view of home. What images and feelings come up in you as you drift back in time to the homes you have known? Wow, look at that. I think we walked past that, but you didn't get it from a distance. And then this is that massive oak tree with the benches around it. And look at these. This greenery here, it's amazing. The resting tree. Do you feel the sense of warmth or embrace from the arms of the large tree? I think this is it. Oh, we got one more sign here. And then differing view from home. As you move to the different points around the resting tree, what do you notice? Notice any movements in your spirit? Listen to the quiet, linger as long as your heart desires. So anyway, he did tell me the owner's home is up this way somewhere. I think I can see it right over here. And yeah, I guess, you know, I wouldn't want people wandering around on my property, but I think it's really awesome that he does this for the communities around here. Now, if he's, you know, the owner of top of the world and everything, he's probably very busy during the day anyway. So, you know, and I'm sure I would hope people don't walk up to his house. You know, you never know whenever you invite the public in what to expect. So I'll tell you what, we'll tie this video off right there. But let's just take one last look around. Look at that tree right there. And this one right here. I mean, my goodness, look at it, goes all the way up. Here's the sun. And you got that one, and then of course the one with the benches. Well, I hope you enjoyed the maze here at Sholom Park. We're going to hit the other portion of the park where we'll get a teeny workout. It'll be good. You know, I'll probably hike it 2 or 3 times. You know, just once for the video, and that'll be the second video. Peace out, guys. You know, if you watch this video, be sure and get the next one. At least you got some wisdom from this one. So I'll have to see about the length of the other video, but this was the entrance to the maze, and this was kind of coming in from the parking lot, and you can see it's really neat. So we're going to be heading over to the other side of the park, which is across the parking lot, and that'll be you know, my usual clip here, clip there type of video, and let's get going.